Is Indonesia the best place to retire? Welcome back to Camnob Travel Channel. I hope you have a lovely day. Today, we are going to speak about retirement in Indonesia. Indonesia is becoming one of the most popular tourist destinations in Southeast Asia, and many foreigners are also moving to Indonesia to enjoy their retirement. The incredible climate of Indonesia is one of its biggest draws, but it certainly isn't the only reason why many foreigners are attracted to it. At the end of the video, you will learn about benefits and drawbacks of retirement in Indonesia. We will also share with you the monthly cost you need to retire in Indonesia. Before we begin, please subscribe and hit that bell button so that you will be notified on any new video we published here. Alright, let's begin. Number 12. Culture. Despite being a largely Muslim country, alcohol isn't prohibited, with the exception of Aceh. There are several clubs and bars that you can choose from. The nightlife in most cities is very vibrant and modern. The music scene is also thriving, and it is easy to find bands playing every night of the week. So, if you know where to look for it, it is not difficult to have a good time in Indonesia. Cafes and restaurants are also in abundance, and if you are craving Western fast food, there are many American fast food restaurants in the main cities. If you are living as an expat in Indonesia, it is important to respect the religious and cultural customs of the region. Adjusting to the new, and largely conservative culture can be difficult for some foreigners. The dress code in the country is more conservative than what you may be used to, especially for women. Modest clothing is a requirement. Number 11. Many expat organizations. Though the culture shock can be troubling, the good thing is that there are many expat organizations in Indonesia that you can join. There are many well-established organizations for women, which organize meetings, and various other events as well. These organizations also are a great source of guidance and information, and they are perfect for making some new friends if you are feeling a bit alone away from your home country. In Indonesia, poverty and the difference between the rich and poor is something that many foreigners may find shocking. It isn't uncommon to see small kids begging in the streets and homeless people in the cities of Indonesia. Number 10. Accommodation. Though there is a lot of unoccupied land in Indonesia, in major cities like Jakarta, space is at a premium. Most of the residents live in apartments, and owning a house with a garden and extra space can be quite expensive. If you choose to live in an expat area, you'll have to pay a lot more money. However, accommodation in local areas is much more affordable, even in cities like Jakarta. Accommodation in popular tourist areas like Bali can also be expensive, but most of Indonesia is affordable when it comes to housing. Number 9. Healthcare in Indonesia is quite decent. The healthcare system in Indonesia is decent enough. For most minor and everyday medical emergencies, it is more than sufficient, and if you have to deal with a more serious problem, Singapore is just a 2-hour flight away, with its world-class medical facilities. There are many private healthcare facilities, and private dentists are also easy to find. They are also more affordable than what you might expect to pay in the West. The sanitation system, especially in the cities of Indonesia, is not the best, and during the rainy season, drinking unclean water can lead to several problems like stomach bugs and parasites. You should only consume bottled water, and try not to eat street food, which may be prepared from unclean water. Number 9. Transport in Indonesia. In most cities of Indonesia, finding a taxi is very easy. They are abundant and very cheap, and if you tip the driver, they will even wait for you while you do your shopping. However, in Jakarta, 12 million people use the roads every day, and traffic jams are a normal part of life. The exhaust fumes from all these cars cause a lot of pollution. Number 8. How much do I need to retire in Indonesia? The cost of living is quite low in Indonesia, and you can live quite comfortably. However, here is an account of some of the major expenditures you need to consider. One of the major expenditures that you need to consider is accommodation. Renting a single-bedroom apartment inside the main city area can cost you around $138 to $550, depending on the city and location. A similar apartment outside the city center can cost around $70 to $350, which is a lot more affordable than other countries in the region. As far as utilities are concerned, you should set aside about $35 to $150, depending upon your usage. The bill for a 60 megabits per second internet connection will cost you about $20 to $60. If you want to eat out at an inexpensive restaurant, one meal will set you back $1 to $4. Whereas, at a premium restaurant, you can expect to pay between $10 and $35. Groceries are also quite affordable in Indonesia, especially if you are buying locally produced items. $50 will be enough for your groceries. However, if you buy alcohol, you have to spend significantly more. In general, you will need about $900 to $1,200 per month to live comfortably in Indonesia. Number 7. Best place to retire in Indonesia: Yogyakarta, Central Java. Yogyakarta is an amazing option. Living costs are very low in this city. In fact, housing and accommodation are 63% lower than Jakarta, whereas food and dining are 59% lower. Healthcare in Yogyakarta is quite affordable. However, the standard obviously isn't as good as the capital. The city is also reasonably safe, and the people are quite welcoming as they are all over the country. Number 6. Best place to retire in Indonesia: Padang, West Sumatra. Padang is also more affordable than Jakarta, as housing costs 11% lower, and food and dining cost 53% lower. Padang is close to nature and the mountains, and it is common to find a lot of big houses like the ones in Jakarta. Healthcare in Padang isn't the best in the country. However, it is good enough for minor ailments and treatments. Padang is a fairly safe city. However, the roads can be a little dangerous. Another common problem that expats may have to face in a place like Padang is that there aren't that many English speakers. Number 5. Best place to retire in Indonesia: Uluwatu, Bali. Uluwatu is a small place, but it is one of the most beautiful parts of the country. It is located in Bali, which is one of the most popular parts of the country among foreigners. The scenery is very beautiful, and you don't have to worry about the hustle of a big city. Bali is also named as one of the most livable places in the world. As far as costs are concerned, Bali is quite affordable. Housing costs 43% lower than Jakarta, whereas food and dining here can be a little expensive. The cost of food is only 9% lower than in Jakarta. However, it is still very affordable when you compare it to costs in the West. Bali is one of the safest parts of the country, and there are also some gated communities here, which have 24-hour security. Healthcare is good enough in the region. However, it is only suitable for dealing with minor emergencies. Number 3. Elder care for retirees in Indonesia. Indonesia's healthcare system is far from the best. It is quite lacking, and the World Population Review ranks it at No. 92 among the world's national healthcare systems. Moreover, there is no guarantee that your doctor will know English. In general, the healthcare system in Indonesia is not that reliable. For small problems, it will do. But for anything slightly serious, you should consider going to a nearby country. Singapore is an excellent option. It only takes a couple of hours to get there by plane, and it has one of the best healthcare systems in the entire world. Because of these issues, many people prefer to get international healthcare insurance and use the private medical facilities in Indonesia, which are a lot better than the public hospitals. Still, the private medical facilities might not be up to standard either, when it comes to dealing with serious matters. Number 2. What are the requirements to retire in Indonesia? Indonesia offers a specific retirement visa for foreigners who want to live there. It is easy to apply for, and you need to meet the following requirement to qualify for a retirement visa. You need to be 55 years of age or older. You need to be retired. You need to have a passport that is valid for the next 18 months. You will need a statement from a bank which shows that you get a minimum of $1,500 per month from either your investments, retirement fund, or pension. This totals to be $18,000 per year. You need to show proof of your medical insurance, life insurance, and any other liability insurance that you may have in your country of origin or Indonesia. You also need to submit a statement declaring that you intend to hire an Indonesian citizen as a maid or driver. And a statement agreeing not to be a part of any business-related activities in Indonesia. You will need a sponsor letter from your appointed travel agency. This retirement visa will allow you to stay in Indonesia for 1 year, and it can be extended 5 times, for another year each time. Extensions can be done without leaving the country. However, to reapply for a visa, after 5 years, you will have to re-enter the country. Number 1. How easy is it to retire in Indonesia? Retiring in Indonesia is quite easy. The country's administration offers a lot of incentives to foreigners, and it is easy to get a dedicated retirement visa, which can last up to 5 years after extensions. The visa acquiring process is easy enough, and as far as the cost of living is concerned, you won't need a lot of money to retire in Indonesia. However, the problem lies with the healthcare system, which isn't the best. Moreover, the difference in culture can be quite apparent, since Indonesia is a largely Muslim country. Still, the population is very supportive and welcoming of expats, and the cultural restrictions aren't as strict as they are in Brunei. On the other side, Indonesia is also one of the most popular retirement destinations in the area, especially Bali, which is known to have incredible weather, and mind-blowingly beautiful landscapes. We have arrived at the end of this video on retirement in Indonesia. If you would like more video like this, remember to hit subscribe button and hit that bell button, so that you will not miss any of the video we publish in Camnob Travel Channel. I'll see you in another video shortly.